wonderful things to eat in this world, and you don't have to kill a living being or a living thing to get filled up. Potluck, this is a huge thing. Is potluck a normal word, like in regular culture? Does everyone know what potluck means? Okay, cool. I didn't know if that was just, like, I'm from North Idaho, and, like, I didn't know if that was just a Mormon word, but yeah, potlucks are huge in Mormon culture. It's a gathering where each person who comes, they bring a dish and they share with all the other people. And many celebrations of potluck style, missions, farewells, weddings, probably horrifically for some girls, that they have to be taught at their wedding. Graduations, baptism, after the fast. My mom, she's a Relief Society president, like the group leader for the women, and she would always coordinate stuff on Fast Sunday so everyone can, go and have a good binge eat after they fasted for a whole day. Cliche and traditional food. Okay, this to me is, of course, just a loaf of wheat bread. But for me, this was horrible because as a kid, my mom would, and all the other kids at school were eating like Wonder Bread, and my mom would take this homemade bread and cut like 2-inch slices. They were so thick, and put like this little thin layer of peanut butter and this little thin layer of jelly, slap it together, and I had this, this huge, ugly sandwich. And we were too cheap to even buy like Ziploc like sandwich bags. You just stick it in like a grocery bag and wrap it up. So, I was always like trying to eat under the table. It was bad. This is, a lot of these are foods that you guys have seen and eaten before. This is a green bean casserole, with the onion. And as I was searching for these images on Google, they had some really pretty ones, and then they had the ones that just looked real. And so I really tried to find the ones that were just kind of ugly, because really you show up to a potluck and it's just like a bunch of nasty looking food that tastes amazing, because Mormon women know how to cook. Big thing are these Dutch ovens. We'll do potlucks outside or big gatherings outside, and Dutch ovens are a big thing. My sister says she has 5 kids and she's 31, and she's hot. But go figure. But this girl, she makes everything in her crock pot, and sticks in the crock pot, goes to church, and then comes home. I really had to work hard to find this image. This is fried mashed potatoes. Like, my mom, having 7 kids, would make like vats of food every night. So in the morning, she just finds stuff to fry, like mashed potatoes. Like, oh, we'll fry mashed potatoes and call it food. And fry some green bean casserole or something. Okay, this is really cliche. Green Jello with carrots. I mean, I don't even know where that came from, but that's a really cliche food, a Mormon cliche food. Again, crock pot stuff to make it easy. These are affectionately called funeral potatoes, and they're just like creamy, cheesy potatoes, and this is buttery cornflakes on the top. I don't know, kind of silly, but delicious. That's goulash. My little sister said that was her favorite Mormon thing. Weddings, traditional weddings take place in temples. This is the Hawaii temple. That was a cool picture. Dinner receptions after the temple range from potluck style. Again, sorry for some of those really, desperate girls who really obviously didn't have enough money to put together something really cool. It happens. It's not even in the Mormon culture. It just happens. And then it can go to morning chic, which is, the cool the chocolate fountain, the really nice table settings, etc. But does anyone know what all these things have in common? No matter how lavish or how simple they are, they're always held in the church gym. Always. This would be the fanciest wedding ever, and you're going to be dancing on a gym floor. This one, I mean, they obviously didn't have a whole lot of shame anyway, but there's the basketball hoop. All right, the mission, the mission and missionary elders served for 2 years, which I served mine ironically here in Las Vegas. Out of the entire world, I got called to Vegas. And then the sister missionary served for 18 months. You pay for your own mission, so you really don't have a whole lot of money. So we eat with families every single night of the week, called dinner appointments. Or if you're lucky like me, I eat every single night of the week with families. And missionaries tend to gain a lot of weight when they're on their mission. In fact, their very own Kevin Federline put on a good 70 pounds. No, I'm kidding. He's not Mormon. Food storage is a huge aspect of Mormon culture. We're taught to put away food. In fact, here's a good quote. I know of no other way to prepare for these times of adjustment than to be certain that during talking about a year's supply. Some people try and do 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever you can do. But what are some reasons that, a food storage could be beneficial? Anyone? Has anyone checked their 401k lately? The economy, your housing prices. Obviously, people are out of work right now. And for a lot of people who have food storage, again, not just the Mormons, but this is why the Mormons put food away, because there are many times, you could lose your job. You could, there could be horrible earthquakes, things like that, where you might need to share your food with other people. There are just certainly many ways in which you could use your food storage. Any questions about Mormon and culture? Food? Anything? Yes? Great question. My mom's really organized, and she cycles it, so she knows what foods are coming up, if I can articulate, coming up for expiration, what foods need to be used, kind of what foods need to go back. So yeah, it's very important to make sure to mark and date your food. And if you see food coming up, then unfortunately for the kids, you're going to be eating, homemade ground wheat, barley stew, or something crazy for 2 years. Because mom bought 400 pounds of it. Kid you not. That's how I was raised. Any other questions?
Any other Momo in the classroom?
Yeah. Please comment on the other Momo.
One cool thing I learned about that meat sparingly thing is that was written back in 1800s when they didn't have refrigeration. So when it says to eat meat only in the winter, it's because that's the only time they could keep it. Because otherwise, in the summer, it would go bad in days, so they would have to, they would be able to keep it in the winter and not so much in the summer.
So you're justifying the comment a little bit.
No,
you must be a big
but that's the original concept.
That's cool, very interesting. Did everyone hear that? So for times when, in the summertime, obviously your meat would go bad.
What about the soda and chocolate thing?
Oh yeah, and I did forget to mention that. I actually had a conversation with my bishop about soda, because a lot of people say, well, Mormons don't drink Coke. Well, I talked to him and I was like, you know what, I drink green tea every now and then. No, I don't drink it every now and then. I drink green tea a lot, because it's packed full of antioxidants. And he said, you know what, he goes, that's probably okay because I drink Diet Coke way too much. And I was like, I'm a chemistry major, so I was like, pH balance, and I was like going all off about how horrible Coke is. But yeah, that is a myth. You're supposed to, the word of wisdom is a law of health. And so, yeah, if you binge on chocolate all the time, and even Diet Coke, though it's diet, it's still not healthy for you. So it's just really trying to focus on what's good for your body. And it's really interesting how, over time, this was made in the early 1800s, the word of wisdom came out in the early 1800s. And how over time, these doctors and surgeons started seeing, wow, there's a lot of there's a lot of wisdom in this no pun intended, but that there are many, many health benefits to not drinking alcohol and not smoking and things like that, as we see today, and it's commonplace to stop smoking and really work on your health. Any other questions? Another comment.
Because my project was actually on this, I've changed it now. So, but along those lines too, with the caffeine and Coke thing, the one thing that you hear too is that it is a myth. It's never been officially said that we shouldn't drink caffeine or anything like that. But the one thing is kind of keep control of your body. When you drink caffeine, you get addicted. It's an addictive substance, over and over again. So then you lose control. You crave that, and you need it all the time. So then you're not controlling your body. So that's why they say try to avoid it, or at least don't get addicted to it and rely on it every day or rely on it every morning. So.
Yeah. Mine was